The gunfight is the first game ever being invented. I think it's interesting that Russell T Davies gave the Toymaker a German accent because the idea is it was to be a reference to the fact that he's like racist, and the idea is that his representation of being racist is that he's doing a racist caricature of a German accent. And the problem with that, from where I'm sitting, is that no one gives a f about racism towards Germans. Because let's be honest, a little goes a long way. The Toymaker being racist is dumb. I agree it's dumb, but if you're gonna go ahead with that dumb idea, like, triple down on it. Make him racist Q from Star Trek. Like, 1000%. You do it. If you're gonna do that idea at all, then you need to not be subtle with it. But no, ideally, in an ideal world, I agree with you, Xavier, that the answer is just not to do that. Presumably the Gunfighters doesn't exist, and that is what someone quibbled with. I've not seen the Gunfighters in such a long time that I can't tell exactly what they got wrong. But I'm assuming there was a little bit. Was Doc Holliday in the Gunfighters episode of Doctor Who, because I've not seen it in a long time, and I'm going to assume one of you remembers it better than I do. Was Doc Holliday horribly, horribly ill in the Gunfighters episode of Doctor Who? Like, was he, like, on the edge of death? Because that's the main thing that, like, stop doing World War II stories. Sins of the Fuhrer. I think everyone was horribly, horribly ill in that story. Okay, yeah, so Doc Holliday had really severe tuberculosis, which is actually probably the reason that Arthur gets tuberculosis in Red Dead Redemption 2. Spoilers for that game. Did he have the TBs in the Doctor Who episode? Because if he didn't, then that might be a major sticking point for a lot of people. Yeah, no, Doc Holliday won the gunfight at the OK Corral, was fucking dying of TB at the time. The dude was like a real life badass. If this stream gets 8 likes, Ryan will become involved in a new gunfight at the OK Corral. Wait, what's that? It's overdone? I agree. Here's the thing, okay? I don't like the episode Victory of the Daleks, but every time they do the bit where the Spitfires are flying up and they're like, Danny boy to the doctor, Danny boy to the doctor, I fucking tear up. And I go, oh, those are our boys. And you know what? No Doctor Who episode will ever create that emotion ever again. You did it. You already, like, did it. And unfortunately, you did it in a shit episode, but you did it. Don't ever attempt it again. That's how I feel about World War II stuff in Doctor Who. Doctor Who plus massaging the British public's ego. Yeah, they did it once perfectly, and they never need to do it again, ever. Fascinating. It is fascinating. You know why it works? For me, why that moment works? Because they focused on the pilots. Because they focused on the absolute mad lads who got into planes made of fucking wood and, like, saved their fucking country. That's why that part's fucking cool. I don't give a fuck about the leaders. They were all fucking psychopaths. But those dudes, and choosing to focus on those dudes in that moment, that was pretty fucking cool. Kinda wish the whole episode was just about a bunch of RAF pilots trying to fight the Daleks. Would have been way better. That's commendable. Thank you. Winston U Beauty kind of ruined it for me. No, I agree. I wish that Winston Churchill was not in the Winston Churchill episode and it was just like an RAF base. Basically. Like, imagine if it was Doctor Who meets Dad's Army. It would have been great. I like World War II stuff when they focus on, like, the regular-ass dudes and regular-ass women who, like, live through it. Not when they try and make the leaders look like superheroes or villains. I hate that shit. You like this take? Cool, I'm glad. Yeah, no, more working class, socially responsible World War II shit. I wish Winston was in the episode, but the Doctor hated him. I wish that Winston Churchill was the obstructive bureaucrat character in the RAF base version of Victory of the Daleks that I'm making up in my head. I imagine, I want Winston Churchill to be the one. They're like, no, this entire town will get wiped out if we don't do this. And Winston Churchill to come on the phone and be like, a town is a small sacrifice to make. Just like he did in real life. Gatiss would never. Yeah, Gatiss is a little bit too, unironically nostalgic about the British Empire to ever do something like that. But that's what they should have actually done. That's what I'll do one day. Maybe I'll write an answer doctor story and correct history. Maybe I'll do that one day. But yeah, no, that's what they actually should have done in Victory of the Daleks. And I do agree with you that World War II stuff, generally pretty overplayed. They'd need to find a hell of an interesting twist on it for it to be good. It's what Moffat was critiquing in The Beast Below. 100% agree. It's really interesting that the Matt Smith era has that really good commentary on this stuff in The Beast Below, and then immediately dives right into those tropes an episode later. It's glitching out. Oh no, it's because I criticize Winston Churchill. A tea-sipping strike team is currently in the bushes outside my house going, Bravo 2-0. Why is that red dot on my forehead? I do agree with you though that the World War II stuff that's like, yeah, we were great. It was great. That stuff needs to fucking die. I was saying even the regular people stuff was harmful. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think that right now you kind of need to remind people that fascism was fought and defeated. Like, I feel like that right now is probably more important than it's ever been in the history of the human race. So I don't agree with that, sorry. And people need to recognize that it wasn't Winston Churchill that defeated fascism. It was fucking Danny Boy. Danny Boy defeated fascism. The millions of Danny Boys all across the world defeated fascism. That's how I feel about it. Is this pre-recorded? No, this is not pre-recorded. Grab the pad. Oh, God. It's pre-recorded. Okay, alright, let's spin the wheel again. Let's do that. Danny Boy to fascism. This is Danny Boy to fascism. Ooh. And that's the last thing they hear. Everything is tuberculosis. Look at the Muppet thing. Yes! Yes, I've heard about this Muppet controversy. What's this Muppet controversy, Carco Queen? Can you please lay it out to us, and then I will look up what you need to look up. You asked me to remind you. I know, we're doing it right now. What's the Muppet thing? It's a special weapons Dalek, yeah? Oh, alright, I'm gonna, this is gonna take a little bit of jiggery pokery to work, but I'm gonna make it work. 1 second. 1 second. This is the part I'm editing out of the video because it will be really clunky to leave it in. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Special weapons Dalek, apparently a character from the Muppets.